I'm switching the titles. Ah, always gotta be so critical, dude. Looks like the chat's working this time around. Doesn't work in last time. Get this to be. There we go. There we go. Chat working. Let's get the UbiTubes set up. Get the UbiTubes. Gotta change that freaking font. Or that thumbnail. What did I say font? How did I say font for? Studio. What's up, Young? How's your day going, man? Let's see. Live stream. Thumbnail. Content. Tell me I saved it to the right spot and not the edit. There we go. Thumbnail up and ready. Alright, we're money now. I think we are, at least. If we can get this going. There we go. Alright. We got the live stream and everything ready to go. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Juice from the Box stream. Sorry if I feel unprepared. I don't know. I just kind of woke up, so I just feel kind of groggy. My day's been good. I was about to watch a movie until I saw you were live. Yeah, we this week's streams are scheduled. Like, they're good. I mean, they're scheduled for me. I can't necessarily say they're scheduled for everybody else, but have a stream this week on Tuesday and on Friday. I am currently in the process of my whole week being scheduled out, and yeah, I have the live stream scheduled for right now. So here we are. I will say, living life in a scheduled manner is interesting. I will say that. We're on day 2 already, and yeah, there's some positives and there's some negatives. I will say that for sure. But I mean, it's only day 2. We'll see what happens on day like 4 and 5. I feel like day 4 and 5 will be the days where it's just like, I'm tired of this. Like, I just want to fucking do what I want, But we'll see. I think everything's always easy when you first start, and then it gets hard midway through, and then you get to one point, if you stick with it long enough, you get to one point where you're just like, I've done it this long, and you just keep going. Did you watch The Last of Us? If so, was it good? I haven't seen it yet. It's funny because I have not scheduled, I didn't schedule any TV time, which I thought was fucking funny. I probably should, and I still can. I'm looking at my schedule right now. I don't know where I would put it in at, but it's possible I could fit it in on Thursday. Tomorrow is pretty stacked. I mean, every day is stacked, but I mean, there's some days where I gotta move shit around. But yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I would hope. I mean, obviously, it's a show that's based on a game that I've played multiple times. I don't want spoilers at all, but I hope it's not, like, so ridiculously different that I have to worry about spoilers. You know what I mean? Granted, I've heard they expanded on certain parts of the game, and people have said it's good, so I'm like, that's cool. But, yeah, I don't know. I hope, like, I don't know. Like I said, we had, what was that guy's name? Drippy or whatever? That asshole came in and ruined the second game for us and got banished to hell from all my old chat. I heard the first episode was accurate. That's cool. That's always good. But we'll see if the whole show is accurate. That'll be the most interesting thing. But hey, at least it's not Halo. I heard Halo is fucking awful. So, it'll be interesting. I'm glad it's good though, because like I read something about The Last of Us like showrunner, or one of them saying that the show is gonna be more, I don't know, it was something kind of arrogant. It was like, the show is gonna be better or more meaningful because I don't want to butcher what they said, but it was something along the lines of like, seeing somebody in real life on a TV show is more powerful dying than seeing a bunch of pixels die. And I thought that was kind of bullshit, because you're not giving the voice actors the recognition they deserve. Last of Us show runner pixel comment. Okay, let me see. I found the article. Let me see if I find the actual what he says. Around the same way. Okay, so when you're playing a section, you're killing people, and when you die, you get sent back to the checkpoint. All those people are back, moving around in the same way, said Mazin in a interview with the New Yorker. Watching a person die, I think, ought to be much more different than watching pixels die. So yeah, I think I understand what he was trying to say. Like, if you do die in The Last of Us, you get sent back like to a checkpoint, right? And then like you go through and you kill all of that. You have to kill the same people over and over, and they're saying like, oh, if somebody dies in our show, they're dead. That's what he was trying to say, but saying watching a person die, I think, ought to be much more different than watching pixels die. I don't know, man. Some of the kills in The Last of Us are pretty brutal, and when you see somebody that you care about die in the game The Last of Us, I think it's just as impactful as seeing somebody on a TV show die. I would say it's definitely on the same level, but you could make an argument for it being a little bit more. And the reason why is you're interacting in the video game instead of just like watching it. Like in a video game, you have to play, you have to make the decisions, you have to make the movements. And I think you get a little bit more attached to characters. So like, I think this was just kind of a brain dead comment. I can understand where they were coming from, but I think it was pretty dumb. I guess HBO Max had one hit and one miss with The Last of Us and Velma. Yeah, I was watching, Moist Critical has been talking a lot about the Velma stuff. And he was talking about how people need to stop believing the Velma hype because, like, HBO Max dropped Velma is the #1 animated show on HBO Max. And Moist Critical pointed out saying that Velma, the only reason Velma is #1 is because they've canceled all of their other shows. Like, there's only one show on there that they have. Of course it's going to be #1. Games are very underrated way to tell stories, and they are not utilized to their full potential. Wait. Games are very underrated, are a very underrated way to tell stories, and are not utilized to their full potential. Wait, I'm curious about the second part of your comment, Young. Are you saying that games can be even better than they are? Or are you saying that when they get made into movies and shows that they're not using their full potential? Because I think The Last of Us game, playing through it, has been better than some TV shows I've watched, in my opinion, and movies. So seeing it turned into a show, I think, is why it makes it pretty exciting, you know? So, I'm not too sure about the last part of your comment, what you mean there. Bum, 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 bum. Let's see if anybody else is gonna show up today. I need to make sure that I tell people, Friday's stream is scheduled at the same time, 7 p.m. Drop by on Friday the 20th. Um, but yeah, I will say, man, it's funny because I've been writing a bunch of notes here on my notepad about this whole like 1 week video, and scheduling when you play games is good and bad. I will say it sucks to schedule your game time because, like, you know, if you hit up your friends, you're like, I got an hour, bro. The other positive about it, though, is that it sucks to do that, but you don't get lost. Like, if you tell yourself you only have an hour to play games and you obviously stick to it, you don't get lost in the sauce. So, but at the same time, I guess you're limited to what you could play. Like, you're not playing like 4 hours of Apex Legends, you know what I mean? It's like 1 hour, boom, you're out and you're good and you go do more shit with your life. But it might really suck if you're playing like an hour of like The Last of Us and the story's getting good and you're like, you know? What I mean is people don't really take games as seriously as movies when it comes to the story. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with that. Yeah, it's funny because, like I said, you know, with all the freaking spicy games and shit that I've played, a majority of the stories in those games are hot garbage. Like, the storytelling is really crap because, like, in those games, it's meant to be like guy bangs all girls or whatever, right? But when you see somebody in that genre of gaming actually take the story seriously and try to make a compelling story, like, it might still not even compare to like other AAA games or TV shows or anything like that, but the story is good enough and like it shows that somebody cares, and I'm just like, that's awesome. It sticks out. And I think it would be interesting to see what a lot of other people are doing. But I started following some games that have a lot better writers and stuff, and I'm interested to see where they go and try to take the genre, because they have no limits, like, obviously, so they can do whatever they want. I've seen some spicy games that have like crazy combat in them, and I'm just like, tell me more. But it seems like those games are going to take forever to actually be a full-fledged game, so that kind of sucks. They need like crazy funding behind them. But we'll see. We'll see. What else? What else have you been up to, Young? What have you watched? Obviously, I don't know if you watched The Last of Us, but you heard it was good. But what else have you been watching besides that? Have you been watching any of the Oscar movies? Are you the type of person that watches all the Oscar movies before the Oscars? That is something I want to do, and I always want to do every year, but I never have the time, and I just never get around to it. But I want to see The Whale. I don't even know what the categories are. Like, have they announced the Oscars yet? It should be happening pretty soon. Oscar nominations. I think it usually happens at the end of the year, at the end of January, right? Oh, do they already have them? Predictions for Best Picture. Okay, they haven't announced it yet. They're saying it's probably gonna be. There seems to be safe top 6 Best Pictures. The Banshee of Inisherin? I can't say that word. Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's a movie I want to see. The Fablesman, Tar, and Top Gun Maverick. Are you saying The Whale is not a guaranteed? Brendan Fraser being nominated for The Whale is apparently a guarantee. Interesting. I am curious. It seems like everything A24 puts out recently is just like a banger. I haven't seen too many A24 films, and I kind of want to watch some. I've been playing the new Star Wars game. Do you think you'll play it? Which one is this? What Star Wars game is this? I also watched a new show called Severance on Apple TV. I don't know if you've used your Apple TV free subscription, but if you haven't, I'd recommend it. Perfect show. I've heard of that show. Dude, I had the Apple free TV. I think every time you buy a new Apple product, they give you the service for free. I could be wrong. But I totally burned mine and never used it. I actually, have you seen that, the M. Night show on there? The one about the, like, baby doll or the weird, like, child girl? I wanted to watch that show because it looked really interesting, and I never got around to it. So, a lot of shows I've always wanted to. There's so many streaming services, man. It's just like there's so many channels on TV. Now it's just like there's so many streaming services. It's hard to keep up. But I heard there's a lot of good shows on Apple TV. I just never watched them. There's a lot of good shows there. Like, I haven't even seen, like, the boys cartoon stuff. I haven't seen that. I feel like there's something else that's, like, really popular that I haven't seen. I haven't caught up on The Walking Dead. It's the final season. That's already on Netflix, apparently. What else? Yeah, there's a lot. Apple TV is really underrated streaming service. They have a lot of bangers. They just kind of suck at marketing. Yeah, they're kind of just, like... They kind of just did it because they had money, it feels like. But yeah, I heard they have like a lot of good stuff. How do I... There we go. Chair kept moving too much. Yeah, I heard they have a lot of good TV shows. I just haven't watched any of them. It is what it is. Are we good on Twitch? Alright, I just want to make sure we got some solid stuff going on Twitch. Hello, Twitch. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Anybody that's chilling on Twitch, remember, if you use your primes that are free, you get a bunch of emotes. We got a lot of people I watch streaming right now. Let's see. We're good on YouTubes. All right, we're solid. Yeah, man. I don't know. It's funny because like I said, I scheduled out my life, right? This is a whole week of my life scheduled out. The Star Wars game I was talking about was the Jedi Golden Gallon Order with Cameron Monaghan. Oh, that one. Hey, what up, Lenny? How you doing, Lenny? It's funny, like, you schedule all of this out, and, you know, even on these days so far, I'm just like, man, I could have, there's not enough time. Like... Actually, that's a lie. I want to say at some point right here, like around this 1 to 5 p.m. time, I was like, man, the game seems a lot longer for when you schedule your life out. It's just kind of crazy. But I mean, like I said, I didn't even schedule like TV show time or whatever. I think I just kind of wanted to jam pack a lot of stuff in here. I think if I were to redo this for like a second week, I wouldn't have writing maybe every day. I would probably have like a chunk of writing on like writing right here. Like I probably wouldn't have writing that I did today because an hour isn't long enough, man. My brain needs to get churning. Like for 30 minutes, my brain needs to just be like, all right, what are we thinking about? What are we writing today? What are we doing? And then I start going. And then by the time like it was already over. Granted, I could have kept writing because I had a free break, but I kind of wanted to take a nap, so I use my nap time here. But I think I'll probably like in the future probably just have a chunk of writing, and then like here on Saturday this writing would probably be like TVs or movies, which I could instantly change this right now. I could still change this and make it like TV time on Saturday. But yeah, I don't know. And then Sunday I think I don't even have like, yeah, I just have football game right here. That'll happen. Saturday will be kind of free. I put anything here, just free work. I got a break after my editing job. I probably shouldn't even have my editing job. Like, I should take a day off, but I have a deadline on the 25th. So I just have this here just in case I'm not done with my job yet. So I wanted to keep that in there. I also think if I were to redo like another week, I would make my editing job block 4 hours probably, so I get a lot more done. But I don't know, this is the first time I've ever done this in my life, so kind of interesting. I would love to have a schedule, but I live life around doctor's appointments. Yeah, see, that's one of the things that I noticed too, Lenny. Like, I have a bunch of notes, like, you know, for people, I want to tell the reality of scheduling your every hour of your life, because I think a lot of people watch, like, The Rock and, like, all of these other influencers that are like, this is my daily routine. I wake up at 5 a.m. and I get in a 2-hour workout working out my abs. And, like, you know, they do all this fucking bullshit and they don't talk about the real stuff. When you schedule your life out like this, if you have a dog, none of this shit is gonna work out properly. Because your dog's gonna do some shit. Unless you have an older dog. I have a puppy right now, and puppies don't shut up. Puppies do what they want. They make noise. They get into shit. And, like, you're just not gonna operate perfectly here. And so there are times when I was doing my editing job, or like I was working on my new channel, that my dog was doing something crazy. Or like I live with family. Your family asks you to do something, and you're just like, all right, shit. So like, nothing goes to plan. Like I will say, pretty much 12 to like 11 a.m. is probably pretty solidified. Like, well, actually, not even that. I tried to eat today, and my dog was being ridiculous. So like, probably like 20 minutes of this was like trying to keep him quiet because some people were trying to work in the house. And so like that was kind of ridiculous. But yeah, life just doesn't necessarily work out. That's why I scheduled free breaks. I was like, all right, these free breaks are just to do anything I need to do or whatever. So it's pretty interesting. But yeah, I feel you, Lenny. I can understand that, man. Living life around doctor's appointments. That would be rough. I guess you could schedule out all your doctor's appointments and see. That's the one thing that sucks, right? Like, you probably would love to schedule all your doctor's appointments on one day, but it's probably not possible because they're all different doctors, and you wouldn't be able to do that. And doctors' offices never run on time. Ever. So, like, that blows. I remember when I was going, like, during the early days of the panic attack stuff, I had a bunch of appointments. Like, a bunch. And I was getting driven to all of them because I wasn't comfortable driving. I went to some of them by myself. Definitely went to some of them by myself, but I had a lot of people, I had people driving me at that point, too. But yeah, I tried to get them done on the same days, but it was, like, back-to-back, like, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Just trying to figure out what the hell was wrong with me. I have a concierge doctor for primary care. Does that mean you can see them whenever you want? Like, dude, because one of my favorite doctors I ever had, I didn't know his age, but my dad was like, dude, that doctor was like in his like mid 50s, late 50s, and this was probably like 10 years ago, so he's probably like pushing 70 right now, maybe. I thought he was like maybe in his early 40s, but he was this cool ass doctor. Like, he was just like real down to earth, and he was always asking me, he's like, oh, yo, did you get the new iPhone? Or like, what? Like, he was like up to date on technology and shit, and he just made you feel like he cared. And he was the best doctor I've ever had. And then unfortunately, he went to, he has 300 patients and I pay 20, yes, dude, exactly. Okay, so I think that's what he went to. Because, yeah, he had something along the lines of, you pay $2,000 a year and you can go see him whenever you want, or some shit. I mean, obviously, if the day permitted it. But, yes, he had something like that. He got off of insurance and you paid a certain set amount. I think if I had the excess cash to do that, I would do that. I would have a doctor that I can just go do that with. But at the same time, I don't get that sick right now. You know what I mean? I got sick at the start of the year. Prior to that, I hadn't got sick for, 2 years. I call his office and I get put through to him. That's awesome. Yeah. I remember my grandpa made me schedule my week in a notebook when I was in middle school, and I hated it. I can understand it being very difficult for a young person to schedule their life. Because it can be very difficult, man. Like, you just want to be, especially when you're young. When you are young, you just want to do things on your own, right? Because you're listening to your parents or your grandparents or whoever is your guardian at the time. You're going to school, you have to listen to teachers, all that shit. So whatever free time you have, you probably just want to spend it your own way. So I can definitely understand how being young, trying to put yourself on a schedule, just wouldn't work. But dude, when you get older and you start like, because when you get older and you're making your own money and you're paying for your own stuff, it's so easy to get stuck in a routine. And then by the time you realize it, years have passed and you've been doing the same thing every single day, every single weekend, and you're just like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? And then you start realizing all the times that you play video games for 8 hours a day, or you go partying for like, you know, every Saturday, you don't get, you know, you're fucking hungover every Sunday or whatever. Like, you start seeing all that stuff as you get older, and you're just like, damn, I need to make some changes in my life. Or you don't, and then you just go down that path until, like, you fucking hit a brick wall. Because I've had friends do that too. But, yeah, man, I don't know. As somebody who is constantly trying to better themselves when it comes to, like, my career or whatever, I even noticed that I'm like, you probably played video games a little too much today. Or, like, you didn't work as hard as you could have on that project today. So I will say the benefit of the schedule is very beneficial to the point where I could get a lot more done. So I will say that. I've gotten more done with my editing job just having a 2-hour block in the last 2 days than I have in the last week or so, which is crazy. Because when you make your own hours for a job, man, it's so easy to just push your stuff to the next day. Like, it's really bad. And I think people forget that. Because, like, I'm just like, I can do tomorrow. I'll work extra hard tomorrow. And it's just, are you, though? Are you really going to work extra tomorrow? I doubt it. But yeah, Lenny, that's cool that you have one of those doctors. That's exactly the doctor I liked. He went to that kind of system. So yeah, it's pretty nuts. Also, like, for the longest time, my mom used to work for a doctor, and he was an allergist, but I mean, like, obviously he had a fucking doctorate and everything. Every time I was sick, I would just go to him, and shit, he'd give me like a shot of antibiotic or something like that. Boom, I was good within like 24, 48 hours. I was money. So, like, and my mom worked for him for like 20 plus years. So, like, I didn't really worry about doctors for the longest time. I would just show up to her work. I'm like, I don't feel good. And she was like, all right. And she just snuck me in. He saw me. He was like, hey, what's up? How's it going? And bada bing, bada boom. But he retired. So that was cool. That was always a good time. And then now that I don't have that, I'm just like, fuck, I had it good for so long. It was so nice to be able to just roll up to a doctor's office and get your shit done and you're out. I didn't even have to go to the front office. I just went through the back door. Like, that was good times. Bum, bum. Alright, let's see. But yeah, I don't know. The last 2 days have been interesting so far. I'm curious. We'll see how Thursday goes. Thursday, I have stuff. I have the podcast, which I've already let Clay know about. But I'm curious about if you have your life scheduled around stuff that involves other people, right? Like, scheduling your life if you were married, I would assume is very different. Like, very different. And also, like, if you're scheduling stuff that, like, I don't know, maybe you're a photographer or you're if something with clients, I feel like might be a little different unless you tell your clients, I only work from this time to this time, and you can't talk to me after these hours. I can understand that kind of thing. But I feel like if you're in a creative space where maybe you're like a fashion designer or you're a makeup artist or, you know, like I said, a photographer where you have to work with other people, I feel like that could really fuck up your schedule. And maybe you just do really big blocks. Like, all right, I have to account for them being late an hour or so, so I'm going to block off 6 hours of the day. Oh my god, it's Tuesday already? I woke up thinking it was Sunday. Nope, it's Tuesday. Juice, have you ever had a hot girlfriend, or a hot girlfriend? No. Actually, I mean, obviously, I think everything's in the eye of the beholder, as they say. But I think I've had some girls that were pretty hot. Have you ever had a hot girl hit on you, but it never went anywhere because you didn't notice at the time or something? Hot girl hit on me. I've definitely missed out on a lot of stuff, I will tell you that. I was telling a friend of mine how I had many of opportunities to, like, date other women and stuff, but at the time, it was just, like, the timing wasn't good. It was like, I just got out of a relationship. So here's the thing. Back in the day, when I was a lot younger, I didn't do the, like, hookup culture stuff, just because I was always under the impression that it was always gonna, like, lead to a relationship, and I was just like, no thank you. Like, some of these girls that, like, wanted to talk or wanted to hang out, I didn't necessarily see, like, I didn't think I wanted to be in a relationship at that time. Not saying that they wouldn't have been, like, good enough girlfriends or anything like that, but I was just like, no. So there was, like, plenty of girls that I was just like, no thanks, and I would just kind of, like, get out of that awkward situation somehow. But a hot girl, I don't know. I don't think so. I've definitely hung out with plenty of gorgeous women, but they've never, like, felt the same, obviously. Got friend zoned a million times. I definitely got hit on by a MILF before, though. Like, 100%. I look back, I was in a relationship, so it wouldn't have went anywhere. But I totally remember this, woman. I had an art show, because for those of you that don't know, I used to do art back in the day, and I actually had an art show with my girlfriend at the time. I don't know how we got this gig. I don't know why we were doing this or whatever, but it was really weird. We were helping out, like, an office area thing that had, like, this weird all-white hallway that, like, was like an L shape, and it was all white, kind of like a gallery would be. And what they did was they got a bunch of artists together, they had us submit art, and then they hung them on walls, and then they had a party, and people were able to buy art. Now, granted, I sold like 2 paintings that night, but I never got paid because I guess the people never technically bought them, and our art sat at this place for a really long time. And I don't know what happened. We ended up picking it up later because, like, we were like, yo, what the fuck? Y'all have our art. Like, give it back to us. But anyways, at this party one night, I had this piece. It was like one of these longer pieces that was, I don't know, probably like this long, like maybe even longer. It was like a long poster size, but it was thin. Like, it was probably like this wide. And it was just like this flower spray paint design that I had, like, my graffiti name on it, and, like, it fucking sucked. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, the colors and stuff might have been pretty, but it was kind of trash. And, like, so I had this one lady. She was a nice, like, she was an older white woman, and she was, like, looking at the painting. She was like, oh, this is so nice. And, like, she must have known it was mine. Like, she must have saw me talking to other people, or maybe I was standing next to them. She was like, this is so nice. And I was like, oh, thank you. I was like, blah, blah. And she was like, kind of like chatting me up. And then she was like, could I pay you to come to my house? And would you paint something like this for me? And I was just like, and like, if you were, I'm definitely not describing the situation good enough, because she also had some wine with her. She had some wine, and I was like, yeah, we could set that up, and like, I'm pretty sure I could come and figure out something. I would just have to look at your house or whatever. And she's like, oh, good to know, good to know. And I was just like, I have a girlfriend. But had I been single and I was throwing those things, totally. But yeah, I've had some random situations like that. Juice, would you like to have a guest on Batman News Weekly? If we had, like, the chance to get a writer or an artist that does Batman stuff on the podcast at some point, that would be awesome. But at the moment, like, we're not gonna do, like, random people. Like, we won't ever have a random, like, I like Batman too kind of thing. unless we were getting like some big YouTuber or something that wanted to talk about Batman, that's the only time we would probably do it. But for the most part, I think we would kind of stick to writers and artists. Maybe a voice actor if that ever happened, if the podcast ever got big enough. But I do think the charm of Batman News Weekly, if there is any charm, is just two nerds talking about Batman. Granted, we talk about it in a probably more serious way than a lot of people do, but I think we're just coming at it from a creative perspective. But at least that's how I see it. A lot of people would say we would come from a hater perspective, but you know, can't please everybody. You should never try to please everybody because it's never gonna happen. Bum bum bum. But yeah, Young, I don't think I've never had that happen. I'm trying to think. I've definitely had like women hit on me though, like for sure, and have done dumb things. I will definitely say that. I had this one chick. This is the funniest thing. I think this happened on Instagram. I don't remember, but this random chick hit me up, and she was like, "Hey, I think you're like super cute or whatever." And I was like, "Oh, thanks." And I don't know. I don't remember being like super attracted to her or whatever from like looking at her page, but she had sent me like a photo, and she was like, "Hey, like she was kind of a nerdy chick too." And she ended up sending me like a booty photo, and I was just like, the one thing I responded to when you send something like that, like everybody kind of she probably expected a certain response from that, but I noticed she was wearing Iron Man shoes, and I was like, "Are you wearing Iron Man shoes?" And she just put LOL, like, "Yeah, I didn't think you noticed that." And I'm like, "Those are kind of dope." So, like, I just pointed out, it's because, like, I wasn't, like, attracted to the woman. And so it's like, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna sit there and play the game? Like, I don't even know if she, like, lived in my city or anything like that. But I was just like, yeah. I was like, those are Iron Man shoes? Those are dope. Like, I've said some stupid shit before. But I also make myself look really dumb when I do get around women that I do find attractive. I don't know what it is, man. Like, I can talk to anybody and have conversations with anybody, but like, if I like somebody, I think I'm trying too hard, or I'm thinking too hard about what to say. Yep, that's exactly what happened, Lenny. That's exactly what happened. It's because, again, when I was a lot younger, I had this impression that if you engage in these kind of conversations where I knew where they wanted to go, I was just like, I don't want to be in a relationship with this person, so I don't want to engage in that conversation. My mind's very different now, because now I understand the idea of like, okay, you can have a casual relationship, or you can do this. But back in the day, I thought every relationship was gonna end up being like a year or 5 years like all my other ones, and I'm like, no. I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have another 5-year relationship right now. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how it was. A lot of this happened right when I got out of a 5-year relationship. I immediately got into another relationship right after that lasted a few months, and then I had told myself, I was like, you need to chill. You need to stop. You need to find out what you want to do in life, because you're not doing anything right now. And so I definitely like told myself no relationships for a while. And it's funny because like I tell that to a lot of my friends. I tell a lot of my friends, y'all need to chill, and you need to focus on yourself, and you need to get your mind right instead of jumping into relationships and being dependent on somebody else. For fuck's sake, a lot of my friends never listen to me, and they just jump into another relationship because I think they let their emotions get the best of them. But they always end up failing, and I'm like, what do you think, bro? Like, you don't know what you want, and you don't know who you are. It's also, this is actually, I said bro, but I call women bros too sometimes. And it's majority of women that do this too. But for the most part, yeah, like...
Sheesh.
Hey, Flaxy! Flax, you missed the birthday stream yesterday, bro. Or Sunday, actually. What's up, man? How's life? Man's got a haircut. I did. Well, I still have my long hair, but I got the sides done. What's up, Flax? Flax, how do you feel that you could be going to a WrestleMania that is run by the Saudi prince, if that rumor is true? What up, Flores? Have you mostly dated in your own ethnicity, or have you been this certain type event? Well, I live in a predominantly Latino city, so majority of the women I have dated have been Latino or mixed. There's a lot of mixed, a lot of half white, half Latino women that I've dated. Happy birthday for the other day. I apologize. Life has been all over the place. Hey man, I get it. Life is there. Life is life, bro. We all got it busy. I was telling everybody, I don't know how busy your life is, Flax, but this is my life right now. I have scheduled every hour of my life for this week. I started yesterday. We are currently streaming right now. After this, I will be recapping. The stream isn't guaranteed to go 3 hours. This is just the block of time that I have put the stream in. So there's no guarantee that the stream goes 3 hours. It's just I wanted to make sure I had enough time to stream. Since streams usually go over 2 hours, 3 hours is a nice buffer. But yeah, this is currently my life right now. Scheduling out blocks of time and following it. It's kind of crazy, but there are positives and negatives to it right now. Hey, what up, Jan? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. But yeah, no, I've or has it been mostly a certain type you've had? Do I have a type? I never end up dating the women I want to date, like the type I would want to date, which are like the ambitious type. The ones I have dated, I will say just from experience, a majority of them have had issues. Whether that range from daddy issues to like just substance abuse problems and stuff like that. You def going to the Rumble. Are you excited? Yeah, as of right now, I'm going to the Rumble. I thought that rumor of the Saudi shit was real, and I was like, bro, I will sell my ticket right now. I don't want to go to a show that is run by Vince McMahon and the fucking Saudi prince. Bro, don't get me started with WWE drama. It better not ruin Mania. I hope it doesn't ruin Mania, bro, but I hate that Vince McMahon came back. I'm going for all I can get with women at this point. Hey, I feel that, Flax. I feel that. But no, like, when it comes to a type, no, I don't, like, if you mean, like, body type or anything like that, no, I haven't. I've dated women with all different types of body types. Definitely, like, I haven't dated, like a black chick or an Indian chick or anything like that. Haven't dated Asian chick, but, like, I'm interested in all. Man, if we connect, that's all I care about. I could give a shit about your ethnicity. Even Disney would be a better option than the damn Saudis. I would hate Disney owning it. I think Disney would probably keep hands off, maybe. They probably just obviously would want to get away from any, like, objectification when it comes to women. But for the most part, I think they'd probably be okay. I think Disney would just own it for the catalog, and they could, like, make movies and stuff with the characters, or the, you know, like, they could make a Stone Cold movie if they wanted. They could make an Undertaker movie. Like, I figure they'd probably see stuff in that, maybe. I think Fox keeping it would be best. I think Comcast is probably gonna be one of the best ones to buy it, because they have Peacock or whatever, right? Like, they're already on it, so I could see them buying it so they own just everything. It's gonna definitely be interesting to see what happens with the TV rights going forward. I don't know if Fox will buy it, just because Fox, an analytical report or something came out recently saying that Fox has been losing so much money on that $1 billion deal. So I don't know if Fox will end up buying it. They'll probably be like, dude, we're losing so much money. Why would we buy this? You know what I mean? But who knows? We'll see. I mean, all of these... It's funny to talk about that kind of stuff because all of these companies are filthy rich that it probably doesn't matter. Them losing money probably doesn't mean shit. So, it is what it is, you know? Bum, bum, bum. Let's see what else we got. It's like dropping a $5 note. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. To have that kind of money must be nice. It's like Mr. Beast making $1 million videos and just throwing them away. Do you think that men have their standards on women to the prettiest girl around them? Okay, hold on. I want to... Do you think men that have their standards on women to the prettiest girls around them are unrealistic? Are you basically saying, do I think that men have, like, unrealistic standards for women? I feel like that's kind of, your statement reads a little weird. Do you think men that have their standards on women to the prettiest girls around them are unrealistic? I think, I mean, yes, I do think a lot of men have unrealistic standards for women. There's a lot of media out there that I think, pornography is definitely one that I think skews men's opinions, at least when it comes to like sex and stuff. I think a lot of men expect what they see in pornography, and you're not going to get that with the majority of women you probably hook up with. Now, granted, maybe that's changed over time and maybe more women are into that, but that's, you know, with the branching off of like OnlyFans and stuff like that. But even then, I think a lot of people that are probably into that kind of stuff might still prefer a certain type of relationship. So I don't know, but I think what a lot of young men don't understand, and I want to do a video on this at some point on the new channel, of how men, especially young men too, I mean, it definitely happened to me, and I'm self-aware of it now, of how we put a lot of pressure on ourselves when it comes to a lot of different things, and we need to kind of break that mold. Like, I think everybody's a little too self-conscious, right? Like, especially when it comes to dating too. I think men put a lot of pressure on themselves and feel like they need to do a lot of stuff. And if you're not like gifted in the looks region, you probably have like low self-esteem and shit. Like there's a lot. But I do think men do have unrealistic standards at times. I think everybody wants to date like a Scarlett Johansson or a Gal Gadot. And they want their women to be a certain way, but they themselves are not at that level. You know what I mean? Like, if you're trying to land a Gal Gadot or something like that, you better have something. You better bring something to the table. The only way that doesn't happen, if you're not bringing money, if you're not bringing some kind of something, you have to have something to offer them. You better be funny as hell. The only way, like, the average Joe gets, like, a superstar model or whatever like that is, one, they're tired of dating assholes, so they want just a normal Joe. They just want somebody they don't have to worry about. They don't want somebody that they, have to worry about getting cheated on, all that kind of stuff. Which there's cases for all of that stuff, right? But I genuinely do think there are a lot of men that have unrealistic standards for women, but at the same time, I think women do the same thing. I think women expect a lot from men, especially today. They still expect men to pay for everything. They still expect men to, like I said, at my age, someone my age is probably expected to have a house already, good career. I am supposed to be a provider at this age. So a lot of women probably easily check me off the box. They're like, no, thank you. You don't have these things. I think when it comes to relationships, I feel like women are looking more for security and men are looking more for attractiveness and stuff like that. I feel like that's where it comes from. I think those are the two different things that people probably wouldn't argue with, because I feel like a guy, I think a lot of men, if a girl can be a 10, but she doesn't have shit to her name, they wouldn't care. They wouldn't care. They're like, oh, she's gorgeous. Like, I don't give a shit if she doesn't have a house, if she has debt, she has all this shit. Oh, I think a lot of men don't give a fuck. If you get along with a woman and you're attracted to her, I think that's all that matters for a majority of men. When you get older, you start considering a lot of the other things, but I think when you're young, you don't give a fuck. Whereas women, I think it's very different, especially as they get older. It all depends on, like, security. What do you want in life? Do you want children? All this kind of stuff, right? Because women, like, especially women that want children, they're on a timer, man. They're on a timer. They're like, yo, I have X amount of years to have a kid, so, like, fucking get on it. And it's just like, that puts a lot of pressure on men, right? Like, oh, I'm just now getting my career. Like, you want kids? Like, oh, you know? It's relationships are hard. Crazy. But I do think men have unrealistic standards. But that's not every man. But I said this last stream, I'm pretty sure. But I think everybody wants to date like a 7 or higher, right? Like, that's it. Like, it's weird that people are like, if you're not a 7, I don't give a shit. But it's like, bro, are you a 7? You know, girl, are you a 7? Like, you know what I mean? There's this YouTuber, I don't know his name. I think he's probably in Austin, because it seems like he's in Austin. But there's this guy that goes around the streets, and he says, like, what would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? And everybody's like, you know, the very confident people are like, I'm a 9, I'm a 10. And then he says, do you think other people would agree? Because he takes a photo of them and he goes to another random person and asks, do you think this person's a 10 or whatever? Or like, what would you rate this person? I think that's a very interesting experiment, because, like, it's funny because, like, a lot of people will be like, I'm a 10. And then when he asks the second question, he's all like, I probably not. They probably wouldn't rate me a 10. And it's funny how, like, people's opinions change immediately when you involve somebody else. Juice, what was the last movie you watched? Black Adam, maybe? Black Adam was probably the last thing I watched. Also, Juice, you think 3,000 USD will be good enough for 2 weekends in LA? Depends on what you're doing, Flex. Depends on what you're doing. But I've definitely went to LA and not spent... Oh, I mean, is your hotel already covered? Is your hotel... If your hotel's already covered and you're only talking about, like, food and stuff, I'd be shocked if you spend all $3,000. Oh, that's 2 weeks, though. Depends on where you're eating, how you're eating. You should be fine. It would just depend on what you're eating, bro. Like, honestly. If you're going to, like, 5-star restaurants, no, it's not going to be. But, like, yeah, it just depends on what you're doing. Prettiest girls around me, prettiest girls around them, or prettiest girl, period. I mean, like, men that won't date girls that are only mildly attractive because they want to date someone who's hotter, so you think they're unrealistic. Yeah, I think there's a lot of men that probably won't give certain girls a chance, yeah. But I also think it comes down to, I mean, every man's different, right? Like, because here's the thing. Me, personally, I can think you're a 10, and then if I talk to you and you're dull as fuck, it knocks you down a few. You know what I mean? I'm like, you're pretty, but, like, you're also pretty boring. Like, you know what I mean? Because I find conversation and being able to just communicate very attractive in a woman. And if you can't do that and you're just all looks, I mean, that's all you are. You're just a pretty picture. And like, and especially if all they talk about is their looks, or like, oh my god, my Instagram is so popular. Like, okay, I don't fucking care. But like somebody who like whose society would name like a 5 or 6, dude, if their personality's banging, they could be a 9 to 10 for me. Like, it's just, I find communication like so hot. And here's the thing too, man. What a lot of people don't understand is like, and this is for men and women, is there are so many people in this world that don't try. You know, there are plenty of women that just want to be comfortable. They're not trying to squeeze into a skin-tight dress. They're not trying to, like, be dolled up all the time. They just want to be fucking normal and chilled, right? That's what a lot of guys do. But the same thing with guys, right? Like, a lot of people will look at guys that are all slobby, their beard isn't combed and all this shit, and they'll be like, ugh, that guy's a slob. There are so many people in this world that can be attractive, they just aren't trying. And that's totally fine. If they don't want to put in the effort, that's cool. As long as you're happy, you're good. But I think, like, that's why we put too much on, in society, we put too much, like, fucking appreciation and shit on looks, to the point where you have, like, I just saw an article about this where they're talking about how, they call it heroin chic or some shit like that. Apparently it's getting really popular to look like you do heroin. This was, like, really popular, like, in the 90s with, like, Kate Moss and shit. I think the Kardashians are starting to push this kind of shit from what I saw in the article. But, like, the Kardashians for the longest time were like, oh yeah, big asses are in, right? And so many people went and got big asses. Like, they're just like, oh, let's just go get our cosmetic research. And now they're like, skinny's in, bitch. And it's just like, alright, so is everybody gonna be skinny? Are we gonna all start doing drugs now to be skinny? Like, I think society is too wrapped up in, like, what we should look like. Especially even male bodies, man. Everybody thinks you need to look like Chris Hemsworth, where Chris Hemsworth is probably doing steroids. And it's just like, you can't necessarily get that body unless you're gonna do drugs to get it. And do you want to do that? And it's just like, I think we focus too much on that. So, like, it's just bad mentally for both men and women. I feel like the dynamic for men and women is different when they look for the wrong things. Some unrealistic women will make their judgments on a man's financial status, while unrelated men go for looks. I agree. I prefer a plain Jane that owns a liquor store. Hey man, there you go. Lenny's got his priorities straight. How do you know if a girl clicks for you? Is it about having the same goals? Like, for example, aspiring YouTuber slash gamer girl. I'd prefer my woman to like comics, but I can't find one. I'll try Comic-Con. There are so many women that like comics. Here's the thing. Here's the problem with the comic community. There are so many women that like nerd shit, that are nerdy, they're geeky. But there are so many men that are fucking assholes online that women rather stay in the closet about being geeky. Because what happens when a woman shows interest in something, a lot of these men are like, really? Do you actually know what you're talking about? Fucking tell me about Batman when he did this, this, and that. And it's just like, bro, I hate you. Like, if you're one of those people, I hate you. Like, it's not like you're driving off women. Like, it's so rough. Dude, if you ever see a woman that is just mildly interested in something, let her be mildly interested and then ask her, like, oh yeah, do you want to learn more? Like, you know, don't be a dick about it. Don't try to, like, fucking be like, oh yeah, let me tell you the whole history. No, if they're mildly interested, be like, oh, I could recommend some stuff for you if you want to check it out. Like, that's the easiest thing. But I think so many women don't want to be harassed by a bunch of assholes online that they just keep their nerdiness closeted. And they're like, you know what? I'm going to find other girls that are also into this and we're going to chat and do cool shit. I think females getting into the geek sphere is one of the best things because, like, women just think differently, man. Like, I don't know if you were to take women away from, like, the Game of Thrones fandom, right? I don't think guys are doing Game of Thrones themed parties. You know what I mean? I don't think they're, like, putting all this food out and doing Game of Thrones themed parties and dressing up and making the house look all nice. I don't think guys are doing that, you know? I feel like women are coming in here and, like, expanding the reach of nerdiness. They're like, oh, we should do this and we should do that. And, yeah, I feel like women have only made the geek sphere better. Let's see. But, Nathan, for your comment on what clicks with me, man, for the first thing, what I will say is a woman doesn't even need to have anything in common with me. Now, I will say it makes life easier if you do have things in common, but I had this crush on one of my friends. We haven't talked in years, but I had a crush on this chick because, dude, like, we just connected when it came to conversation. Like, this girl, like, I would just talk and she would like listen. And there's one thing, like girls will be there and be like, oh really? Like, oh that's interesting. Like, oh, tell me more. That's cool. No, this girl put her fucking phone away. Like we drove to a concert one time and like when we were going to this concert, she did this one thing that I thought was just, I was like, wow. Granted, wasn't safe. But like we were chatting. Usually when you're chatting with somebody in a car, they're looking straight, right? I was talking. I was telling her a story about something. And she did this. She turned sideways and she was like looking at me. She had her seatbelt on. She was like looking at me while I was talking. So I was driving and I was like, oh yeah, and then this happened and blah, blah, blah. And dude, she was so engaged in the fucking convo. I thought it was the hottest fucking thing. I thought it was the hottest fucking thing. She was an attractive woman too. But
hey,
like, I was just like,
I'll stop lurking once I'm done playing Fall Guys.
It's all good, Mel. Hope you get some dubs. But that is one of the most attractive things. Juice, what do you think you would rate yourself? I think I'm a solid well, okay, are we talking about like everyday Juice? Are we talking about like Juice when he actually puts in effort? I would say everyday Juice is a solid 6. I think if I'm looking my best, 7.5. You know what I mean? I think I could be a solid 6. Maybe even if that's including my best day, I think I'm a solid 6. I think I'm slightly above average just because of the stash. I think if you shave the stash, I'm a 5. Now, granted, some women may hate the stash, so maybe that knocks me down. I don't know. But I would say I'm a solid 6 for sure. But I don't know. Maybe y'all think different. Everything except spending money is covered. Okay. Maybe 3 G's would be pretty good enough. Bro, I'm just happy with a well-done steak and hot chips. That's all I care about in terms of food. No need to 5-star shit. Hey, man, you might be good. Hey, what up, Stoner Bob? Been a minute. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. It's me, Feather Reaper 234. Oh, changed your name. How's it going? How's life? How's life? It has been a while. It has been a long while. I was off Twitch for a while. Now I'm back. Things change. Don't hate on my Aussie man, Chris Boy. Hey, man, I'm just saying. Solid 69. I'll take it. How would you rate Femboy Clay? I'm gonna send him that. That's fucking hilarious. I'm gonna send him this. Oh, God. That's fucking great. How would you rate Femboy Clay? Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Let's see. I'm gonna send him that. That's so fucking funny. I'll tell you about the new channel right now. Love the typo. That's hilarious. What's the go with the new channel? Okay, so I don't know if it's been a while since we talked, Flax. So, dude, this was what was supposed to happen. The new channel was supposed to launch on my birthday. That was a very optimistic release date. Because I thought I only need 45 days and I could bust out, 5 to 8 videos for the launch. Like, there's no problem. Well, I got behind on my editing. So this was the plan in my brain was supposed to be this. On December 5th, I was supposed to be done with my editing job. And I would have from December 5th to my birthday to work on the new channel. Well, I actually didn't get done with my editing job until the 10th. So I lost 5 days right there. And I was like, wow, that really sucks. And so once I was done with the editing stuff, I had a bad week of anxiety. And so that's 7 days. And I'm like, okay, wow, we're already December 17th. And I have gotten nothing really done with the channel. I was working. I was like writing stuff. But my anxiety was so bad that it was just kind of hard to work. Then we're on the 17th. And then I'm like, from the 17th to about Christmas, I'm like, good. I'm like, all right, we're working. We're going to get shit done. It's going to be really hard to meet the 15th deadline, but I think we can get it. And so I'm working. December 26th or 27th, I get sick. And I am sick for about, it's definitely into the new year. I don't think I felt good until January 7th or 8th. And I was like sick, man. I watched the fireworks in my freaking country, in my city, from my bed. Like, I just opened the blinds and I was just like looking at the fireworks while I was fucking dying. It was rough. It was rough. Let's see. Clay is like, where was this? In chat, streaming. Clay laughed at the comment. But freaking, yeah, I was deadly sick. So I didn't start feeling good till the 7th or 8th. I had a week to make 5 videos. I was like, this is not gonna happen. So I just stayed like working, and I have 5 videos written out for sure. One of the videos has begun to get filming. I filmed it like months ago. And I am planning, I have to pay like people for certain parts of these videos to get done. Not the editing yet or anything like that, but I am gonna pay, like one of the videos is gonna have an Australian voice actor. So, or an Australian, I should say, like, yeah, well, I guess he's technically a voice actor because I'm gonna be paying him. But one of the videos is a parody of another channel, and the person is an Australian that runs that channel. So since it's a parody, I want to pay a voice actor to do the narration, and so I got to do that. And then I got to pay somebody to do the thumbnails for them. So right now I have about 5 to 6 videos written out. I need to film them. I'm literally working on a video right now, which I already said this, but I'm planning out every day, every hour of my life for a week. And this is gonna be a video, and I'm gonna talk about, is it good? Is it bad? Is it, what are the positives? What are the negatives? That's a video right now. I'm also working on another video, that is going to last 100 days. So that video is also working. So there's a lot of stuff in the works right now, but the channel will launch, hopefully, way before that 100 days video is over. But like, obviously, if I want to do that kind of video, I need to start now. But yeah, dude, I've been working away at all of this stuff. That's why I have so much stuff scheduled here. Like work on new channel, work on new channel, work on new channel, work on new channel. Obviously, I still got to do my editing job, the podcast. But I'm also trying to do other shit. I'm also want to work on my card game. I want to get some writing done. I'm just trying to see if this works better for my life instead of just like doing it when I want to, When I force myself to do something, I think it works better. The last 2 days, I've been working on another video that's going to involve some testing or whatever as well. So, yeah, man, it's just trying to, a lot of the new content is me actually putting thought into the video instead of just being like, turn on camera, oh, what's going on, guys? Oh, let's play some games. It's, the videos are a lot more thought out, because whether it was me uploading on a dead channel and that hurt all the videos that I uploaded, I will never know. Although the test that I'm working on a test to see if that was the problem. I am going to be uploading on another channel some old videos with maybe some new thumbnails and new titles to see if those do better on a brand new channel instead of like on a dead channel. And we'll see if the algorithm really hates me or not. But yeah, dude, I have so many ideas, and so it just takes a while to get shit done. Hey, Birdie shows up right after our super long conversation about men and women and everything like that. Birdie, you missed out on like, how long we've been streaming? Yeah, you missed out on like 30 minutes of like men and women talk and our interest in shit. Let's see. Watching this on a treadmill, I'll make my workout easier. Hey man, if you're putting in the time to make yourself better, that is fucking fantastic. Do whatever you need to do while watching, while working out. That's such a shit go. Well, since you couldn't do it on your birthday, you can do it on the next best thing, which is my birthday. I don't know what my next date is. Like, you know, I think February 1st, which was the launch. I think I started my original channel on February 1st. I don't think that's a legit date. I think it's too soon to finish everything, because I don't know how long it's going to take for somebody to do thumbnails. I don't know how long it's going to take somebody to record this audio for the new stuff. So I don't think February 1st is going to work. February 14th would probably be the next best day, or the most interesting day, I would say, because that's when I had my panic attack. So 2 years post panic attack, I would have on Valentine's Day. Not like I use that day for fucking anything else. So like it would be cool to be a launch date for the channel. But even then, I don't know if that works as well. But I told myself from the start, I am not launching this channel until I am ready. So it's been that long. Yeah, it's been that long, bro. Dude, I feel like COVID has just like scrambled everybody's like concept of time. Because we basically lost 2 years. You know, we definitely lost a year. But like, it was like, you know, it feels like 2 years were just wasted. My 2021 was all of just panic attack. Because that happened in February. And it was just me trying to get over anxiety and panic attack symptoms. 2021 sucked. It was a washed year, and it was supposed to be my best year. I had just quit my job. I was like ready to fucking kill content, and then panic attack. And I was like, fuck. So it was rough. It sucked. You know? What can you do? And then 2022 wasn't any better, but like 2022, I was already out of money. Like, you know, I was able to survive through 2021 because I had luckily saved up a lot of money. Since I was basically not making content, I wasn't making money from content. But we got lucky with, you know, the stimulus stuff that we had. It let me survive. But by 2022, I had no money. And I got lucky. I got so fucking lucky that my friend launched a new channel and he was like, hey, I need an editor. You want to be a part of this channel? And I was just like, yes. And I started helping him, and I was like, all right, if I could do this, I could still keep doing the YouTube shit, and I'm getting money. And I got so lucky that channel popped off, because I don't know what I'd be doing. I don't know if I would have been good enough in 2022 to go back and work at a normal job. I think now I could probably work a normal job, but I don't know. Like, it would have to be a job that would be cool or understand, I guess, my mindset, or like, I don't know, the panic attack shit, because that was kind of rough. Like, I don't know what would happen if I were to have a panic attack at my job. Like, that would be weird. Right now, I make my own hours and I get my job done. So like, if I have a panic attack, I can just be like, oh, bro, I'm not doing good today. Everything happens for a reason, bro. Trust the process. That's what I tell myself, man. That's what I definitely try to do. So I'm not going to beat myself up for it. I'm not going to do anything like that. It's just too easy to do that. It's too easy to quit. You know what I mean? If it was easy to be successful, everybody would be. You know? But I think a lot of people don't want to put in the time. A lot of people don't want to go through the ups and downs. So that's why it's easier to quit. I've definitely quit a lot in my time. I quit college. But, you know, but that's also because I felt like I didn't want to go into debt, and I didn't feel like it was for me. I literally talked to a professor before I quit college. I went to one of my favorite professors, and I was like, hey, man, I was like, I don't know if I want to be here anymore. And I was like, I just don't feel like college is doing any benefit to me. And we kind of, I wish I had quit college. Wasted time. Yeah, Mel. I mean, Mel, what were you going to college for? For me, I mean. Yeah, I mean, college is very... It can be useful, but you got to make sure you're putting in your degree to use. If you don't put it to use, then yeah, nobody's going to just give you a job. Sometimes I wonder if uni was the right path. It's different for everybody, man. It's different for everybody. I know so many people that have went to college and are successful as fuck right now. So, you know, my brother went to college. He's doing pretty well. His wife went to college. She's doing pretty well. A lot of people in my friend group all went to college. They're doing pretty well. The ones that didn't go to college went into, like, the police force and stuff like that. So they're doing pretty well. Yeah, so it all depends. One of my other friends went to college. He went for a doctor, then he shifted. Pretty sure he graduated college, but he's got like a successful like he works in like, he's not in the, I don't know, maybe he is in the medical field. Essentially, I think he works in like managing medical stuff. So he's like a manager at a big business or some shit like that. I know he's just making bank though. He's making bank stuff. Paralegal studies. I was sure since I was 13 that I wanted to be a paralegal, but nope. You can't be yourself at all in the paralegal industry if you're a strange one. That sucks. What were you majoring in college? I was going for radio, television, and film. I've wanted to be a filmmaker since I was in the 10th grade. The moment, it's funny, I say this every time, and this is why I tell people to say fuck the critics, don't listen to critics, don't check out Rotten Tomatoes, don't do all of that bullshit, because you'll never know what inspires you. I watched M. Night Shyamalan's The Village, a movie people talk shit about all the time, but that movie, for whatever reason, made me want to make films. And since then, I've always wanted to make films. YouTube was not a big thing at that point. YouTube didn't even exist yet. It was a year or two from existing. I don't know exactly when that movie came out, but I was in the 10th grade. That would have been 2004? Yeah. So, YouTube didn't exist. There was no thought of being a YouTuber or anything like that. So, the path was to work in TV or work in films. Once YouTube became a thing, I was like, I could be a YouTuber now, and maybe when I'm doing all of that stuff, be a filmmaker. Because I saw people building these audiences, and there were YouTubers back in the day that were making films. And I was like, they weren't good, but they were making them. And I'm like, I could be a YouTuber and then be a filmmaker. Like, that's a good path. And so I started doing that. And I, you know, like I said, before the pandemic, me and my friend Aaron were writing a short film. And dude, we were super excited about it. He is about to release his first, like, he's been working on this solo documentary. And from what he's shown me, it looks like a fucking banger. I will let you guys know when it gets released, because there's a good chance that, like, it's good enough to be on streaming services and shit. So, once he tells me where you can watch it, I will promote it on stream, because it looks fucking awesome. So, it sucks because I was asking, okay, it sucks because what I'm asking for is wishful thinking, but I want to get to a point where I can earn money while doing whatever I want. I want to live life, not work till death. Join the club. It's funny. I had shown this short recently, Flax, where this guy he's 37. He's retired, and the interviewer was asking him. He was like, "I talk to a lot of people around here," because I guess they were like on Wall Street or some shit. And he was like, "I talk to a lot of people around here, and they say that they have no time." And he was like, "But you seem pretty calm." And he was like, "Yeah." He was like, I use money as a way to buy time." He was like, "I want to live life." He was like, "I want to be financially independent." And so he said he started a company. He ended up selling the company, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. And what he ended up talking about was, he was like, the way I want to live life is I want to be able to do whatever I want without having to worry about anything. And I think that's what I want to be. And I'm like, that's exactly what I want to do. Like, I want to be able to just, like, if I wanted to, I want to get to the point where if I wanted to, like, just, I want to go to Europe today. Like, I just want to just fucking go to Europe for the next week. Fucking get on a plane, go to Europe, bada bing. Or, like, I want to go to Vegas, or I want to go to LA, or I want to do that. I want to be able to just do that. I want to be that financially independent. And I was mentioning this on the last stream, right? Like, we were talking about how when you do have money, it opens up so many more doors. Like, especially even when it comes to dating, right? Like, if you took interest in someone online and y'all talk to each other, but they live in LA and you live in fucking, fucking Florida, you could just, if you both don't have money, you're not gonna ever see each other, right? Like, it's just not gonna happen unless you're like doing video chat stuff, but in person. But if you have money and you're interested in somebody that lives in another state, you could just be like, I'll go see you tomorrow, or I'll see you this weekend, and bada bing, bada boom, you're there. Like, having money changes your life, like, so drastically. I want to go from acting to filmmaking. Yeah, man. Well, here's the thing, too, Flax. I mean, although you might not be able to, like, find maybe, like, a bunch of acting jobs, nothing's stopping you from being a filmmaker. You can be a filmmaker now. Like, with the phone quality cameras and, like, the camera qualities on these phones and shit, dyslexia, holy shit. You can do anything right now. You can easily be a filmmaker. You can start writing your own film. You could be the actor in that film if you want to. Don't ever think that you need people to make a film. Like I said, my friend literally just made a high-quality documentary by himself. He would send me shit while he was on location and stuff, and, like, it was nuts. You gotta make your own way sometimes, man. And, like, maybe you're not gonna be starring across from Margot Robbie in the next year or two in a movie, but that doesn't mean you can't be making a movie now. I always point to, look at the Shazam director. The Shazam director is one of the best examples of what you doing shit for yourself can get you to Hollywood. He was the one that made Lights Out. If you guys don't remember, and this was a Lights Out short film, I'm gonna show you Lights Out. Mel, I don't know if you watch horror films. You might want to just close your eyes for a little bit, because I'm gonna show this short film real quick. Wait, I don't know. Maybe Lights Out. Maybe it's not called Lights Out. Maybe I don't even Lights Out short film. Is that what it is? It has a creepy girl on it. Oh, this is it. It's 2 minutes. 2 minutes. So I'm gonna start it right now, Mel. If you want to come, I don't know if you care to watch any of this. It doesn't have anything. I mean, it's a small horror film. There's nothing grotesque about it, I don't think, that I remember. But I just want to give you the nice heads up on this. It's 2 minutes, or 2 minutes and 41 seconds. Okay. I only like alien horror. Yeah, so timer starting now, 3 minutes. We're about to watch this short film. This was a film they made by themselves. Him and his wife made this film. So it's stuff like this that you should look out to do, Flax.
What's up, everyone?
Bad time for an Ada. What's up, Clay? So this is the Shazam director made this short film. Good jump scare. The first time I ever saw this, I was like, oh shit. I would get out of the house, but okay. Ain't no way I'm just turning the light on the whole night. I'm getting the fuck out of that house. Yeah, see, I'm not standing there. I'm getting the hell out. Nope, I'm gone. That's always the best protection. No, everybody knows nobody can get you under a blanket. It's so good. I love the suspense. A dirty ass mattress. Ooh, I don't even know if I would be brave enough to do that. Oh, the suspense is so good. It's still good, even after all these years. Even after all these years. David Sandberg. This is the guy that made the Shazam films. He also made, I think the other movie was called, I think he made a movie about Lights Out. He did this with his wife. They were low budget filmmakers. They did this on their own, in their own apartment. Somebody saw this. This blew up online, and somebody from Hollywood contacted him. They're like, do you want to make a film for us? And they flew him out to LA. They bought the rights to the film. He's told this story before. Like, if you go look up David Sandberg, like, to Hollywood or some shit like that, there's a whole story about how it went. He said it took like a year or two, and he didn't know if they were gonna, like, if it was ever gonna happen, and then they ended up fucking doing it. And then after that film was a success, they offered him Shazam, and his career has been that. He's done like the Annabelle films too, but all because he made this short film. So don't let anybody, like, if you think, and this is what I hate, and I know a lot of my friends probably get tired of me because I can be, I'm not pushy, but I am the kind of person that I'm not gonna baby you. If I know you have potential, if I know you can be something, I'm not gonna fucking baby you. I'm not that friend. I'm the friend that's gonna be like, yeah, you talk a lot about that, but you don't do anything. Like, I'm the call you out friend. And it's not because I don't love you or I don't think you're cool. It's because I'm tired of you telling me the same shit every time we talk and you don't do anything. But it doesn't mean I don't care for my friends. It's just I want you to be successful, and sometimes people need a push. And so I hate people that have excuses like, oh, it needs to be the start of the year so I can be a new me. Or like, oh yeah, I need to wait until I do this. Or yeah, when I like, get a new thing. And all I'm hearing is fucking excuses. That's all I fucking hear, okay? You can do whatever you want. Now, granted, you're not gonna just be like, I wanna go fucking work with Gal Gadot. That's not gonna happen, because if you go tomorrow and you don't know Gal Gadot, you don't know anybody that knows Gal Gadot, and you just go find her, you're a stalker and you're gonna be in jail. So you don't wanna do that. But it doesn't mean that you can't make films today. This shit is so powerful. I wish I had this quality when I was starting out in YouTube. I wish I had this quality in high school. You don't know how to fucking edit? Learn. There's a billion, and I'm talking about a billion videos telling you how to edit on YouTube. Like, there's no fucking excuse for why you shouldn't be able to write a film. And I'll tell you right now, your first project probably gonna fucking suck dick. Every first project sucks. But you know what? You're gonna learn from your mistakes on the first one, and your second one is gonna be better. Probably still gonna suck dick, but you know what? It's gonna be better than the first one. And then when you get to that third one, maybe it doesn't suck dick. Maybe it just licks it. And then, maybe the fourth one is pretty good. Maybe it's decent. Maybe it's watchable. And then you keep doing projects and they keep getting better every single time. You gotta look at your videos and be like, I could have done that better. That could have been better. I didn't look good. And you fix them in the next go around, and you just keep going. You do that with everything. If you wanna do arts and crafts, fucking your first one's gonna suck. How do you fix it? How do you make it better? You gotta use different paint. Gotta do this. Gotta do that. Blah, blah. You do cosplay. First cosplay, probably gonna fucking suck. How do you make it better? Oh, I gotta do this treatment better. I gotta do the resin. I gotta do this. Everything should be a learning experience. But you saying you need something or you need this to do something is bullshit. So, because like if you want to be a cosplayer, Birdie knows this. She's a cosplayer. You could make a cosplay out of some of the clothes you have in your house. There are so many characters that look just regular. They're not super armored up and all this kind of shit. You can cosplay some characters that look like fucking regular people. You can cosplay like Ed, Edd and Eddy. Stuff like that. Like, You could easily be a cosplayer with your normal clothes. You don't need a bunch of shit. Filmmakers, your phone, you got it, bada bing, bada boom. Like, it's doable. You just have to want it. If you don't want it, you're never gonna get it. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't even have what I want yet, but I keep working for it. It's been a long time, and I still keep working for it. I only travel to meet guys. I don't care about travel 99% of the time. Damn, Mel, you deliver? That's crazy. Juice, what was the last one? I already read that. Black Adam, though, if you didn't hear it. Dude, I miss playing horror games. I used to get scared. I have not played a horror game since Poppy Playtime. I haven't played really horror games since I had the panic attack stuff, and oh my god. Like, I never used to really get scared at horror games. I used to get scared at jump scares that were, like, really random. Everybody that used to watch my streams knows this. But I was never scared to play horror games. That was the thing. But since the panic attack, some horror games, I'm just like, I can't, man. It fucking gets my heart rate too crazy. Yeah, Juice is deaf to call you out, friend. Yep. That's me. Yeah, my Pyramid Head was all Dollar Tree stuff and thrift finds. If you were forced to play a character in the DCU at gunpoint, who would you play? I'm going for Blue Beetle. I'm going for Blue Beetle, hands down. I think I shaved the stash and then just let my hair be fluffy, and I think I'm the Blue Beetle. Granted, an older looking version, but still the Blue Beetle. You're even wearing blue. Yep, see? Got it. But yeah, so don't, yeah, I was 2 years old in 2004. Yeah, I agree. I heard the director of Shazam started on YouTube. He did? I could see you being Blue Beetle. If I was skilled enough in, actually, no, I'm not gonna fucking lie. I was gonna say, if I was skilled enough in crafting cosplay stuff, I'd craft a Blue Beetle suit. I wouldn't do that. The only thing I would do cosplay is if I dated a cosplay chick and then, like, she was like, oh, we should do stuff con-wise. Like, maybe I would think about doing cosplay, but it takes so much time and I just don't have that time. Like, today, I have gotten to a point as a creator where I love to learn new things, but sometimes learning new things, unless I'm extremely passionate about it, I rather not. Because I know, like, the time it takes to write, edit, or do something else, I'd rather spend my time doing that instead of learning a new skill. So, like, today, for this one video that I'm working on, I need to make a bunch of new thumbnails. And I'm like, okay, I have to make a bunch of new thumbnails, but I want to do a particular style on these thumbnails, and I don't know how to do that style. And so I was trying to learn it, and I'm like, this sucks. Could I learn it? Yes. I could totally 100% learn the style. But how long is it gonna take me? That's what I'm concerned about, because I can get it done for one thumbnail, but then what if I need to make like 40? And I gotta do that. I gotta keep going back to the video to remember how they did it. Or I could pay somebody and be like, hey, I need 40 thumbnails. How much is it gonna cost me? And if they're like, it's gonna cost you $200, that is worth my time. If I'm like, 200 bucks, done. Bam, there. I rather spend money on the little shit that I don't wanna do instead of doing it. So if I had money, I'd probably pay somebody to make me a cosplay instead of doing it myself. Yes, there would be gratification from actually making it myself, but at the same time, how much failure would be in that gratification? And I don't know if I want to go through that. And I know some people in the cosplay community think that's fucking a cop-out or whatever. I don't care. I put all this effort into getting to the point where I could pay somebody to make it for me. I'm gonna count it, okay? I'm gonna count it. We gotta redo your Joker. I don't know if I'm gonna get better than that Joker, okay? That Joker was fucking fire. So, yeah, I don't know if I'm ever gonna get better than that Joker. Let's see, I have a photo of that Joker. I know I got a photo of that Joker somewhere. That Joker just looked clean as fuck. I actually had a makeup artist for that. My old hairstylist did that Joker for me. And it was for a video for the DC contest. And it was fucking dope. I don't know, maybe I don't have a photo of it anymore. I know I do, I just have so many photos on my camera roll because I don't delete anything. Somewhere in here. Where is that Joker photo? You would think it would be older, but I don't think I saved it with the timestamp that it has. So it's not gonna show up. Cause that was years ago. I don't know, maybe I don't have it. I could have swore I saved it right before I deleted Instagram. Oh, there it is. I just don't think I'm getting better than that Joker. Like, that was a clean ass looking Joker. Like, the hair, I mean the glasses, it would have been different. I had green eyebrows, by the way. But my friend did a hell of a job on that. Like, it looks clean as hell. Like, even the smile and everything's fire. You know what? You can't even see the eyes there, but we have the video evidence. We have the video evidence. Let me show you. Because, yeah, I have the video of that. Help, my dog is laying on me and I can't stop the cuddles. Hey man, my dog will just scratch the hell out of you. Because he's crazy. Let's see. Oh my god, it's on my old channel. And it's under the vlog. Still, I'm so pissed. Like, I don't like to go back and watch this video because it reminds me that I lost that competition, which I still call bullshit. Where's it at? It was a vlog, I'm pretty sure. Or did I upload the whole video? Maybe I uploaded the whole video. But yeah, it brings back old memories to see that fucking Joker. Cause I should've won. Fucking lost that bullshit on a stupid beach. I swear I hate the new YouTube system is kind of whack. Where's it at? Where's it at? It's somewhere on here. We're getting close. We're getting close. We're getting close. I can't, dude, it blows my mind. I made so much content. Every time I scroll through here, I'm like, dude, I was on something. That's when I was like super, super in love with just making content. I still have my Juice's Joker shirt. Hey man, that's a fire ass shirt. Where, okay, we're getting close to it now. We're getting close to it. It has like my face on it. So there's that. So check this out. We don't need the audio for it. Oh, actually, maybe.
Camera action. Hello,
Look at how good that
All
looks.
Access.
Look at how, I don't want to hear myself, it cringes. But look at how, that looked pretty fire. This was my intro video. Y'all guys can go back and watch it if you want to watch this. It's cringe. I don't want to hear my voice. But like, he did the purple around the eyes and stuff. Like, I felt like that looked really cool. I think the greens are different. The green eyebrows are different from the green hair. My friend edited this for me, so that's why it looks so good. He actually filmed parts of it too. He filmed all of this. I have green on my ears because we sprayed a little too much, but hey, it is what it is. By the way, I just want to point out, we yellowed the teeth, okay? We super yellowed the teeth to make it look grimier. Those are not my actual teeth. But we made them yellower in the fucking chat to make or in the thing. Cause like you can see they're whiter there, but in that scene, we wanted to make them grimy. But like, I tried to go for the more like Leto-esque shit, and then we just did a stupid video talking about like Joker bullshit. But like, there's one moment in here that I think is fucking, like, dude, tell me that doesn't look cool though. Like, that looks fucking awesome. But this was my favorite part. Cause we didn't expect this to happen. No, it's this part, That's so genuine. because we didn't expect that to happen. Okay. Okay. I don't know if I have the behind the scenes. I think I have the behind the scenes. Like, if you go back and look at this video and then there's a vlog next to it, there's also that. But in that video, like, dude, my friend who was recording the thing, we were using his work studio, and he was like, what the fuck? He was not expecting it to be so loud and so powerful. It, like, went up to the rafters, and he told me, like, months later, that random confetti would just fall from the sky because there was so much in this thing. Like, I don't even know if we had the audio. This is more like it. Like, it was just so loud. But it was crazy. So, yeah, dude, like, that... I don't know if we get better than that Joker. That Joker is pretty fucking fire. Good time, though. Good time. That was before the stash. Also, it would be a Jokery stash chance. Teenage Joker? Yeah. I look a little younger there. Don't lie, you didn't brush for 3 months. No, I'm joking. It's really good. Yeah. I don't even know if I could, if I wanted to, go 3 months without brushing my teeth. That would just feel so gross, I think. Dude, when I went to school with a chick that had teeth that yellow. I don't think she ever brushed her teeth, which is kind of gross. Because, yeah, that was... I remember that. It was, pretty bad. Pretty bad. I don't know what she was thinking. I don't know what she was thinking. Anyways. But, yeah, so... Old school Joker. Maybe we'll do it again one day. I don't know how it would look with the stash, though. It would have to be a green stash. I'd have to probably curl it some more to make it look very Jokery. Did the music get louder? I have no idea. I don't know. You'd have to ask everybody else. Sounds the same to me. I didn't change anything. It's possible. Maybe the audios are just different. Anyways, did I miss anything while I was doing that? Nathan asked about the DCU stuff. Yeah, I definitely go with Blue Beetle, though. Joker would be fun. I think Joker would also be a really good, fun thing, but who knows? But it was nice to be looking like the Joker. Uh-oh. My dog's making noise. Man, I miss the old GTA streams. Hey, man. Samesies. I miss when we had 100 people in here, which is crazy. I don't know. Those streams were nuts. Those streams were nuts, man. What blows my mind, dude, is like 100 viewers. Back when we were getting 100 viewers today would be really good. Like, I don't think people understand how having 100 viewers in your stream is pretty huge. And we did that years ago. You would be in the top 1% if you had 100 people in your streams. Hey man, music is way too loud with headphones in. Really? That's so weird. I can drop it low there. I mean, I just dropped that super low, but let me turn on the wavelength. I don't understand. That's weird because... Alright, hold up. I'm gonna... Is the music gone now? Let me check. Hold on. Let me check something. Nope. Wavelength stream is there. Yeah, it's gone. Okay, here's something I'm going to do. I'm going to turn it all the way up on Spotify. And then I'm going to put it at 30. How's that? Y'all hear that? Is it way too loud? Loud? Y'all are insane. Hold on, let me hear it. Y'all are crazy. 20%. It's at 20% now. Like, I'm reading it. I'm reading this as I am blowing out your ears. That's how I'm reading this. It's at 20% now. Better? That's crazy. Weird to see you with no stash. I agree. I agree. I look so much younger without a stash, I feel like. There's no telling now, but definitely aged. It sounds the same. Okay, it sounds the same when you lower it. Really? The thing is, I have the adjustment to make it lower on Spotify, but I want it to be maxed out on Spotify. But, oh, you know what? Let me make sure I have Spotify even hooked up. Yeah, it's hooked up to music. Better, yeah, I couldn't put you on my TV because your voice was too quiet and the music was way too loud. Still a smidge loud. Alright, I'm dropping it to 15. That's as good as y'all are gonna get. The reason why I need Spotify to be maxed out so I can control the volume through my wavelength better. Because if it's not, if I were to have it at the perfect volume and then I accidentally turn Spotify up when it's not maxed out, it'll fuck up everything. Which is what could have possibly been happening. But that doesn't make sense to me because I had the music at like 40, yeah, like around 40, 45. So I don't know how it got loud out of nowhere. Still kind of loud though. Try 15. It's at 15. Yeah, I don't know how it got so loud. That's weird. That is weird. Anyways, it's better? Alright, cool. It's fine now? I don't know what the fuck happened. It was probably just playing the old Juice videos. They were like, none of that. Did I change anything on here by accident? Let's see. Nope. Still on system. I don't know what the hell happened. That's weird. I said that before you dropped it, dork. I don't know what you said. I just think you're a liar, Birdie. I think you're just a liar and a bad texter. And that's what you are. Anyways, yeah, the old Joker video, it still pisses me off. I don't know if you guys know that story. Bruh. I don't know if you guys know that story, but I made it to the finals. That Joker video was my finals video for the DC. It was to go to win tickets. It was to win tickets, but to also work for DC at San Diego Comic-Con. I got to the finals, and I lost before I, like, even turned in my video, I think, is the way it went down. I don't think I say that in the vlog, because I don't think I wanted them to know. But what ended up happening was the first place person was going to win the Comic-Con stuff. The second place person was going to get like a goodie bag or some shit like that. And for that goodie bag, they needed to know your size, like the size of your shirt or your pants or whatever. And I thought it was really weird that they wanted to know my size and everything before I even turned in the video. And I thought that was really like, they were like, hey, yeah, can we get your stuff for the prize? And I was just like, sure. And I was like, okay, maybe it's just they're doing it for both of us. And then I remember turning in the video, and I think we were turning in two versions, like one version without music or with music or whatever. And I think I offered that. I was like, hey, I have a different version if you guys need that. And I think they were like, no, we don't need it. We're good. And then, like, I'm pretty sure very soon after I uploaded my video, they let me know I lost. And I was just like, how? Like, y'all just like, what? I was like, the video just got fucking, like, turned in. Like, how do you already know? And it just seemed like they already had their winner picked from the start. Because the guy I was going up against also did things that were against the rules. Like, apparently one of the rules, no, it's not apparently, one of the fucking rules was that you couldn't show competitor or copyrighted stuff in the background of your videos. And dude, I went above and beyond blurring shit out of my videos, like so there wouldn't be any competitor stuff in the background. Homeboy did one of his videos in a comic store, and it had like Thor, like right there next to his head, and like Spider-Man next to the girl's head, and I was just like, disqualification? They let it go. And then I found out a friend of mine went to that comic shop that he filmed in, because it was in California, and he talked to the owner, and the owner was like, oh yeah, my friend won that because he knows people at DC. And I was like, fuck you, DC. I was pissed. I'll always be salty about that. So every time I see the guy doing anything, I'm just like, I don't know if I met him once either, and I think he was kind of an asshole. But maybe I'm just making that up. So I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. One of my friends has met him, said he's a really nice guy, but he's always come off as an asshole to me. But I could just be salty. Who knows? But yeah. So I always get salty when I watch that video. Cool time though. It was cool. That whole contest launched the nerd channel though, which I think was fun. That paid off in the long run, I guess. Let's see. Man, what do I want to do? Am I keeping the stream going, or what am I doing? Should I play some PUBG? Haven't played PUBG. I played earlier today, that's a fucking lie. I did play earlier today, but I got some casuals. Could do some casuals on stream. But at the same time, I'd only be able to do one game. So I don't know if that would be worth it. At the rate of this, we'd only be able to do one game, and then I had to end stream. So I don't know if I want to do that. It'd be probably bad for stream. I probably should have started earlier. PUBG games take like 30 minutes, 40 minutes sometimes. Did you update your wish list? I thought you said you're just getting fucking half-price books. Of course I didn't update it. It wasn't in my schedule. Do you see update Amazon wish list in here, Birdie? No. No. What do you think? I don't see that anywhere in here. Sorry, I'm full, Birdie. As you can see, every hour of this day is planned out. Jesus. Obviously, somebody can't read a calendar. God. Do you have next week planned too? Edit it now. Oh, that works too. Do I have next week planned too? I do not have next week planned yet. Because here's the thing. I don't have next week planned. I could easily just go in here and make all of these events recur for the following week. I do have Sunday planned. But I don't have any of this planned right here. I am debating whether to do it again for a second week, but I'm not going to record any of this. I'm not going to do anything. But I'll just make bigger blocks of, bigger blocks of, working on editing job, working on new channel, stuff like that. I might just do bigger time frames, bigger gaming shit, maybe. Because here's the thing. If I stay on this schedule, I can go ahead and go here. So let's say it ends on Sunday, right? I can go for, 3 hours. Oh, I don't know why it's doing it there. Let me move it over here. I can go here. It's not putting any location stuff. Okay, cool. Work on 1 week video. So I could have, all right, damn it. That's like a 4-hour block or whatever. Let's say 6-hour block to just work on this video now. I could schedule in a time to work on the video about scheduling my life for a week. And I might do that to get shit done. So I won't be recording a video, but I might just do it for my own personal health. Who knows? But I will say, the waking up at 9, exercising, showering, doing lunch, all that kind of stuff, works out pretty well. Works out pretty well. Edit wish list, lunch with... You said... I said gift card, Birdie. I said gift card. Over here trying to get me to do a wish list. Also, where is this lunch gonna be, alright? Maybe I don't want to go to lunch. Where are you gonna go? You trying to take me to some vegan schmegan place? I don't want to go to a vegan schmegan place. Because that would suck. I don't want to do that. What kind of birthday place you want? Oh yeah, let's go somewhere where I don't want to eat for a birthday lunch. The hell? Maybe I don't want to go. Who said anything about vegan? Last time you said you wanted to get lunch, you wanted to go to a vegan place that looked like a back alley fucking drugstore. It's like if you ordered a burger, it came with a pound of weed. That's where you wanted to go last time. That vegan place was great. Yeah, sure. I'm pretty sure it was because of all the drugs you got. It was probably laced with gummies and stuff. So you're like, yeah, it was so good, dude. Like, oh my god, I ate so much food. It was crazy. I bet. Bum, bum, bum. Wait, am I? Let's see, what did I miss? Okay, there we go. But no, I don't have next week planned out yet. But I might do it. I might do it to work on stuff. I will say the one downside is some of these things do need to be modified. Cause you like I said, I wrote this all down in my notes. I have a notepad with all the pros and cons of scheduling out your life, and it'll be in the video. Obviously I gotta plan out how I'm gonna talk about this and everything. But something like I said, writing time does not work, man. Like this hour block right here was not very productive. Although I will say by the end of the hour, I was already cooking up ideas. And I was like, oh. I was like, man. I was looking at one of my old comic books, and I was like, oh, I could do this. And I was like, oh, this might be a good conversation for the comic book. Like, I was cooking by the end of it, but at the start, I was all like, what should I do? So, yeah. And then this free break right here, I took a nap. So, you gotta have free breaks in there to kind of chill your mind. Because, yeah, I get work in here, bada bing, bada boom. Free break, work on new channel. And then I have a bunch of shit I need to sell. Ramen place, BBQ place, barbecue place, or barbecue place, burger queue, burger place. I don't know. I don't know what I'm feeling, to be honest. Food, just not vegan food. Not food that other food that I would eat has pooped on. So, we'll see. Boop, 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 beep, boop, beep. Oh, yo, I will say, I'm doing another video, right? I think I mentioned this last time. Did I mention this last time? I'm doing like a, kind of like a workout test thing. I'm feeling it, man. Holy shit, like I'll tell you right now, oh, it burns all right there. All burns. I actually, after this stream ends, I need to finish doing what I do. I just got home from Pluckers. I'm so full. Pluckers, so overrated. So overrated. It's good. It's okay. Overrated, though. In my opinion. Overrated. Everything Pluckers is so good. Pluckers. The one in Austin's good. I haven't tried the new one. I didn't want Wingstop. I just want the chicken sandwiches from Wingstop, but last time I checked, they're still not even available. Those chicken sandwiches look fire. I wanted to try them because they have good sauces. Those are good. Take your panties off. Hey, what up, Spoon? How's life, man? How is life? What you been up to? So you don't have them in your area? I don't think so. I mean, I haven't checked in a long time, Birdie. Maybe I do, but not the last time I checked. I have not checked. What is this song? It sounds like there's a lot of sloshing going around. What are they doing? What up, Spoon? How's life, bro? What is this song called? I'm still alive, unfortunately. How about you? Just had had the birthday, feeling it, another year older, all that jazz. I was hella sick at the start of the year. Fucking so bad I went to the emergency room to find out what the hell was wrong with me. Wasn't COVID, wasn't flu, wasn't strep throat, just some random sickness. I was like, well, that sucks. But I'm good now, feel good. Not bad, but just kind of working all the time, man. What else is there to do, right? Constantly working. All I do is work, no matter what. No. There actually is an underwear emoji. Is that jeans underwear? Or is it just blue underwear? Bro, I hit 30. Stretch weird and pulled a muscle in my neck. What up, King? I love when people hit 30, man. It's so funny. It's so funny. Your mindset just changes when you hit 30. Spoon, let me know. I mean, Spoon, you have a pretty successful career going on, but let me know if you have the like, I'm 30, what the fuck am I doing with my life phase. A lot of my friends that hit 30 kind of went through that, which I think is funny. You just kind of question what you've done. That's what I did. I hit 30 and I'm like, what the fuck have I done with my life? I'm at work, won't be here long. Don't worry, King. I don't know how much longer the stream's gonna go, but I appreciate you stopping by. But yeah, like, that's definitely something I had happen. Hit 30 and I was like, damn. Oh, I'll let you know when that hits. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. I was questioning, like, has anything I've done been important? Have I made a difference? Like, what the fuck? I'm not successful. Like, it's so crazy. I'm 20 this year. 20? Man. What I would do to go back to 20-year-old Juice with my current knowledge, oh, damn. I'd probably kill it. Be so dope. Be so dope. I wish I had the mindset I had now when I was 20. Things would be so different. Dating would be very different too. Very different. I do feel the pressure to get my life together before I turn 30. Just got to improve 3 aspects of my life and I'll be satisfied. I guess the answer to all of that is, what are you gauging off of? Yeah, no, like, I think that's the one thing that you realize when you do turn 30 is that you're probably gauging off of other people that are around you, right? Like, I feel like everybody kind of questions, like, oh, my friends are doing this, my friends are getting married, I feel like that's just a general thing. Like, everybody's looking at the FOMO from social media or the people around them, and you're like, it's just like a natural thing of like, what the fuck have I done in 30 years? You know what I mean? But then you kind of come to realize, you're like, dude, I'm just now 30. Like, what if I live to be like 80? Like, that's 50 years from now. Like, I still got a long time to go. Like, imagine what I can do from 30 to 40. You know what I mean? Like, then you start thinking like that, and you're like, oh, shit. And then if you want to, you can start realizing that some of the people you look up to, or maybe some of your idols or whatever, didn't start doing shit until they were like 40 something or 50. And you're just like, oh. But that can also be very dangerous, because then, like, you could also be like, well, they didn't do something till they were 40, so I got time. You should probably start working on it now, though, because there's no telling if they were working on it for 20 years and then they got successful. Like, you don't know that either. So that could be a very dangerous game. How do I turn on captions/titles? On Twitch? It should just be in the settings, I would assume. Or is that something I need to do? Don't they have a built-in chat thing now? I don't know how to do that. I feel like that would be in settings. Does Twitch not have that? Let's see. I hit 30 and I'm in my I want to do whatever I want era. Well, your era that you're living in is a fucking terrible texter, I'll tell you that much. So I would say this era sucks. Bad era. Like, I'm not the one to compare myself to others because everyone gets opportunities in life. Maybe those doors weren't open for me, but the ones that I went through may have not been open to them. Oh yeah, that is a great perspective. It's definitely something that I don't know, man. Like, I got to that point eventually too, Spoon. So maybe you won't go through it if you have that mindset already. Also, like, Spoon, you've also been through different things that I think maybe other people haven't gone through, right? Like, you went through that whole thing with your job. Like, it's like a health scare, right? I think also when you have a health scare or something like that, that changes your perspective on life too. Definitely happened to me when I had the panic attack. So that was post 30 already. So I had like another mini like not life crisis, but like reflection, I like to think of. But yeah, so maybe you're kind of already there. But like when I was thinking about it, I compare myself to some of my friends, and I'm like, none of my friends got paid to travel to work for a social media company. Like, you know, none of my friends have traveled to some of the places I've done. Like, none of my friends have had a lot of the experiences I've had. Because I have friends that are successful, but like, they just work all the time and maybe party on the weekends. And maybe that's the life they want. But I've talked to some of them and they're like, oh, I would love to travel, I just don't have time. And I'm just like, make it. Like, you know, fucking, you make so much money, you should have the time. Like, it's not hard. And so, like, yeah, I got there eventually. I think maybe it's just like me questioning, like, I wish I would have been at I don't know, maybe I thought I was gonna be somewhere else at the age of 30. So I said do whatever I want, not text Juice back like a normal human era. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I'm glad you're doing whatever you want. I'm just telling you, your new era sucks. That's all I'm just saying, you know? It could be both things, Birdie. You could be doing what you want, and somebody can say that you suck. Like, it's possible. Why do you think there's so many assholes in the world? Because they're doing what they want, and everybody says they suck. I can hear you, it's just too loud here. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to turn captions on. That's, I don't know if I have to install that, which is kind of dumb. You think Twitch would have that already. I'm still going through it. I go to Ohio Sunday for my med eval. Ugh, Ohio? Ouchies. I love you yelling about me texting. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I should just, like, stop acknowledging you until you text better. Because I feel like you're somebody that just wants attention, and I feel like I should not give you the attention. You're like a child, and childs are like, yeah, if I do this bad thing, I get attention. So I feel like I should just ignore you until you get better. Any advice for someone who is turning 20? Fuck. Don't sweat the small stuff. Enjoy life. Don't feel like you need to figure out what you want to be for the rest of your life right now. You're fucking 20. You're still a child. Your brain isn't even fully developed yet. I have always said people are not adults until they're 25. And the reason why I say that is you don't even have that much life experience outside of school. Like, if you're not going to college right now, I mean, if you were going to college, then shit. I feel like college kind of puts you back a little bit when it comes to life experience. Yes, you're meeting more people. Yes, you're getting new experiences. But you're still in college, and unless you have a job, you're not learning about, like, how the job environment works and dealing with difficult people and dealing with, like, tough situations that could cost you your job. Like, those are very different. When you're in school, I think the only way, I guess, depending on what kind of school you go to, this wouldn't happen in a community college, but if you're going to like a university that requires you to have a certain GPA to stay there, that might be really stressful. So that's a different type of stress that you have to deal with. But I think once you go into like the workforce and you have to start dealing with the same people on a day-to-day basis, that really starts changing your perspectives on a lot of things, because it's people you're gonna have to deal with that no matter what. It's a life experience that I think a lot of people, I mean, if you come from money, you never get that life experience because you're kind of entitled. You've never had to work for anything. You've never had to deal with that kind of shit. But for the most part, yeah, I think you need a few years in like in a steady job, or like in the just work field, in the work environment, to really like get a grasp on shit, because I think it's very different. It's very different. You start realizing that, like, I don't know, man, when you don't have friends in a new place and you have to like work, it's just different. That's all I can really say. But don't worry about it. Like, if you don't know what you want to be in life or anything right now, don't stress about it. You're fucking 20. The term is being a pain in the ass. Here's the thing, Birdie. Here's the thing. And it's funny because you said you're 30 and you do whatever you want. Other 30-year-olds are tired of people being pains in the ass, okay? All right? You're not in your 20s anymore. Your 20s is when you could be a pain in the ass, learn yourself. When you become 30, you're just like, you're 30 and still acting that way? Like, grow the fuck up. So being a pain in the ass isn't a cute thing or anything anymore. It's just annoying. It's just annoying. I'm going to university in March. Thanks, Juice and Spoon. Hey, man. It's the best you can do. I just love being a pain in the ass to you. Hey, you know what? And if I just stop responding one day, Birdie, you'll know why. You'll know why. I have no, like, fuse to play around with Birdie. And you know what, Birdie? That's why I'm not going to schedule you any shit in my calendar, all right? I'm going to have you text me to figure out these fucking plans, all right? I'm not going to answer them on stream. I'm not going to give you any point of my time. I'm not going to slot you in because fuck you, okay? And you know what? Every time you don't respond to my text, I'm just going to push it back even farther. Because I think it's bullshit that I'll respond to you and then you don't fucking answer like a child. So every time you don't do it, I'm just gonna push it back. Have Birdie text your assistant. I should. One of these days, this is what's gonna happen. If I ever become successful and Birdie does text me, I'm just gonna ignore it and be like, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Remember all those chances you had before? Fuck you, because I ain't answering anymore. Yep. One of these days, I'm just not going to respond to Birdie anymore. And she'll know why. She deserves it. She deserves it. If it wasn't for these streams, I guarantee you, if it wasn't for these streams, me and Birdie would not talk anymore. 100%, we would not talk. I would have kicked her out of my life a long time ago. She's lucky I stream. She's lucky. What if you only reply to Birdie with different bird gifts and that's all? Yes, Mel gets it. I should, right? I should just respond with gifts. If you were still on IG, we would talk all the time. I don't care. I don't care. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Birdie. This is why I say we're not friends. Because your type of friendship requires freaking to follow your rules. That's not a friendship. That's a one-sided dictatorship. And knowing me, I don't play by anybody's rules. I play by my own rules. But I'm considerate. I play by my own rules with considerateness. I'm playing your shit. Download this shitty app that makes everybody feel terrible about themselves so I could talk to you on a daily basis. Fuck you. Learn to text. Everybody knows how to do it, Birdie. Child. Guys, I know we have a lot of young men in this audience. If you talk to anybody like Birdie, it's a red flag. Birdie is a red flag. I just want to let you guys know. I just want to let you guys know she is a red flag. I definitely, 100%. A girl that only wants to talk to you through social media and not text when she has your number is a red flag. Because you want to know why? Here's the thing. This is my theory, 100%. Social media can be locked. Social media, DMs can be privated, and DMs can be erased like that. But if you text somebody, and let's say they have a significant other, that text pops up and it looks really shady to the significant other. Oh, who's texting you? What's going on? But she doesn't have to worry about that through social media. She turn off notifications. All the messages are there. Never have to worry about it. It's sus. It's sus. So if you ever meet women that only ever want to talk to you through social media, it's because it's some sus shit. Guarantee it. Birdie is a red flag. Do not talk to those ladies. Learn it, King. Learn it. That's for everybody else. Same thing for males, though. Same thing for males. If guys only want to talk to you through social media, red flag. They have a girlfriend. Birdie is the biggest red flag. So that's why if I, back in the day when she would be posting like, oh, this is me, or whenever, I would just laugh. I'd be like, yeah, you're the problem, Birdie. You're the problem, not other people. That's not a good thing, Birdie. Birdie doesn't care. Birdie doesn't care. She doesn't know. She is a red flag, though. I can 100% confirm that. Why do you think me and Birdie only talk on streams now? Because I know. I value my time. I value my time. I know she's been a red flag for a long time. I tell you, if these streams didn't exist, we wouldn't talk. 100%. This is the only attention she gets. She thinks we're going to go to lunch. Huh. Huh. Red flag. I need some guarantees if that's actually going to happen. How many years has it been now? I don't know. How long have I been streaming? Remember, you're the one that found me. Are you the one of those, why are all the good ones taken? Birdie is 100% one of those. Birdie is the type of chick that will do all the red flags for guys without looking in at towards herself. She'll be like, all guys are this, all guys are that, and then she's the problem. Big facts. Definitely. Alright, this stream is going on quite long. It's actually not quite long at all, but I do have a schedule to maintain. I'm still single because I'm watching everyone get treated like trash or get played. Birdie, the last time we talked, you said you had a boyfriend. So, you must be recently single. Of course, all the guys are the problem. It's always the guys, right? I've met so many girls that never think they're the problem. It's like, why did they ghost me? Maybe because you never responded, and then once they found something better, and now you're wondering why they're gone. Do you ever think about that? You ever think about that? No, girls are awful too. Like that cop. I don't remember who your particular dating types are. Ooh, Juice coming with some straight facts. I'm still single because I'm strange, and also because I'm always confused in dating. Being strange doesn't keep... I think being strange is just an excuse, and I'm not saying that that's the reason why you're single, Mel. I know so many strange dudes that are smashing papas all the time. Maybe they meet strange... I worked with a bunch of strange dudes. Because here's the thing, like, strange dudes like strange girls. Maybe you're just going about things the wrong way. But there's definitely... Being strange is not a problem. You haven't seen the cop news? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what cop you're talking about. Ex-Officer Hall? I don't know what you're talking about. Is this like... I don't know if Birdie dates a cop. I'll send you info later. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Well, when I stream. Anyways, Tennessee cop got fired for banging like 6 other officers. That just seems like normal cop behavior. That just seems like normal cop behavior. That or using their power to abuse the system when they like arrest a female or something like that. It's also very common as well. Plenty of those stories. Anyways, I should probably end this stream. That way we don't give Birdie any more attention. But that is, which isn't an issue, but some of it while on duty. Oh, there's plenty of videos of people catching cops doing the dirty while on duty. Anyways, that's gonna be it, guys. I gotta keep this schedule flowing. I gotta get ready to do my recap here in the next few minutes, so I got to go. So I appreciate you guys as always. Thanks for coming by. The next stream will be 7 p.m. on Friday. 7 p.m. on Friday. Come by. We will stream. We will play games on Friday. I will promise that. But that's gonna be it. Peace out, everybody. As always, I'm your host, Juicebox. Ready to wake up in the morning and ask yourself something about my daily dose of juice. See you guys next time.